got here, about 10 minutes later, we met a very, very large building fully involved with flames. We arrived here about 10 p.m. We had 2 trucks which initially responded. And when those two trucks arrived, there was a need to call out all of the available trucks on the Providence, which meant that we had 4 trucks, that's the midliner pumper trucks, plus we had the ladder truck that was called in as well. There were a total of 10 officers who were on operational duties, and they immediately responded. And then when we arrived, we had a need to call out for all available off-duty officers. Those officers were called in, and there was additional assistance was required from the Airport Crash and Rescue Department because of the nature of this incident. We know that this building is a very, very large building. It's probably maybe about 200 to 300 feet in length, and it goes to tell you. And then, of course, this building it was a tin building for the most part, and there was a major concern on our part for the safety of the staff members. We had to perform an exterior attack, and as a result of that, we were able to ensure that the flames were kept under control and the flames did not spread to any nearby buildings. Separate and apart from, we understand that there are 3 buildings or 3 companies that had suffered loss here this morning. And at this stage, we do not have the cause of the fire, and we are investigating. We had several considerations that we had to look at this morning in this operation. One of which is there were several propane tanks, and we had some deep concern that there may have been some explosion or some eruption. What we call it in the fire sciences a levy. If there was an explosion that may have erupted, it would have caused some major concern, perhaps from as far as persons who live in the Prince Charles area, as far as Seabreeze. And that is the nature of extent by which we were very concerned with. We had to protect the interests in that regard. The second consideration was that of the high power tension line from the Bahamas Electricity Corporation. We were advised by their technocrats that if this line had gone down, we would have lost power to the entire eastern end of the Providence. And so we've had multiple strategies going on here this morning, and I think I want to give credit to the staff members of the fire services, my staff members, for what I consider to be an excellent job in terms of ensuring that although we have had some building losses here, and of course we know that the loss may amount in perhaps the millions of dollars. We do not have that at this point, but we will gather that information as we speak to the owners further, and they will be able to tell us exactly what was on the inside of the buildings, the contents. We were able to protect several trailers on the inside here as well,